You're not that different from the Joker.
Huh?
I know, sounds insane, right? But stay with me. There's a part in all of us, yes, even you, that has the potential to spiral out, to disconnect from reality, to get dangerously lost in our own heads. This isn't some clickbait fear-mongering, it's real psychology. And by the end of this video, you might just realise that you're closer to that edge than you ever imagined. And I don't mean the good type of edge.
You and your little Bieber edging in the back of your RAV4 in the car park at Book of the Bell.
Let's face it, the world feels like it's constantly pushing you. We live in this hyper-connected, hyper-stressed environment where social media is full of perfect lives and endless expectations. Kids in my school thought the average meat size was 4 inches. Who's going to tell them that's insanely big? Studies show that overexposure to these stressors without a healthy outlet can twist your mental state. We're talking about a lack of control, just like the Joker. Unlike the Joker, however, you are addicted to corn, which is way less cool in my opinion. Alright, think about it. Joker's story is rooted in his sense of powerlessness, his feeling of being crushed by a society that's indifferent, even cruel. Sound familiar? Ever felt like the world was just against you? And I'm not talking about trying to get that phone number from your crush in high school. When you feel constantly judged and constantly overlooked, your brain starts working overtime. Psychologists call this an external locus of control. Instead of feeling in charge, you start seeing everything as happening to you, just like the Joker. You start blaming the world, your friends, your job, and even strangers online. You start complaining on Cornhub. On Cornhub, goddammit! But here's the kicker. The more you lean into that mindset, the more helpless you actually become. So, are we all doomed to go full Joker? Not necessarily. But let's dive deeper. Notice how Joker often talks about them, the system, society, and people who just don't get it. When you start seeing everyone as an enemy, as others, that's when empathy slips. It's the classic Joker mindset, alienation. Next time you find yourself in that mindset, ask, am I really this isolated, or is my brain playing tricks? Most likely, you are this isolated. You just need to go touch some grass.
No! Fuck! Shit!
Have you ever felt like you're putting on a mask, especially on social media? Maybe it's a tougher version of yourself, or someone who looks like they've got it all together. Or you just don't want to leave digital footprints. Ever post something just to get people mad? Maybe you pick a fight online and post a nude. Get arrested. Go to jail. Drop the soap. Back to the video. The Joker thrives on causing a reaction, making people uncomfortable or breaking social norms because it gives him a sense of control he otherwise lacks. When we start acting out just for attention, even if it's negative, we're falling into the same trap. It's the thrill of watching the world react, which can explain politics nowadays. Let me tell you a story. There was a time in my life when I felt completely powerless. Nothing seemed to go my way, and it felt like everyone else had it easier. Wait, that's still the case. I'd scroll through my feed, seeing people happy, successful, living lives that felt miles away from mine. I saw people dating the one they love. I got to the point where I felt resentful. I became cynical, posting things I didn't even fully believe just to stir things up, hoping for some attention. Like this video, for instance. Haha, I'm just joking. Or am I? But the more I leaned into that mindset, the worse I felt. I realized I was becoming someone I didn't like, someone who thrived on negativity just because I felt disconnected. So, how do we pull ourselves back? How do we keep ourselves from becoming the very thing we fear? When you feel yourself spiraling, ask, is this actually true? Or am I just projecting? You're probably just projecting, but wait, what motivates you beyond the surface? Strip away the mask, drop the persona, rip that balloon off, and ask what you really want. The Joker lost sight of himself and got swallowed by the darkness. Don't let yourself forget your goals, your values, and what makes you feel alive. Instead of seeking attention or validation from others, focus on creating something meaningful. Whether it's a hobby or a mission of filling a bottle full of your baby juice or just working on your mental health, shift your focus from reacting to building. This gives you a sense of control that's constructive rather than destructive. So before you go down a path that you might regret, remember that you're not alone and you're definitely not powerless. Unfortunately. If this resonated with you a little, give it a like, subscribe, and share this with someone who might need a little reality check, because you and I know that it's as simple as that.